What if you had to start a fire in an emergency tonight, but your usual lighter simply stopped working? That's when having a dependable fire starter can go from being a handy piece of gear to something you'll be genuinely glad you packed. From warmth and cooking to signaling for help, fire can play a critical role in an outdoor or emergency situation. But not every fire starter is created equal. Some are incredibly durable, but require a separate striker. Some offer convenient all-in-one designs, and others are excellent at creating a flame, but need fuel or tinder to work properly. So, which ones are actually worth carrying in 2026? Today, we're counting down 6 of the best emergency fire starters in 2026, comparing them on reliability, ease of use, durability, versatility, and overall value. We'll also point out the important catches you should know before buying, because a product can look fantastic on paper and still disappoint when you need it most. All the links are in the description, so you can check out each option for yourself. Stick around until number 1, because the top pick combines several features that could make it one of the most practical choices for an emergency kit. And as we go through the list, tell me which one you'd trust when the conditions get tough. Let's get started. Number 6. Number 6 is the Bayite Ferro Rod, the 1/2 inch by 5 inch XL version, and this is about as no frills as fire starting gets. It's an extra large, extra thick rod that throws a genuinely massive shower of 5,500-degree sparks, and it's windproof and weather resistant enough that at least one independent gear reviewer named a similarly sized Bayite rod their top budget pick after testing a dozen-plus competitors side by side. The catch here is right there in the product listing itself. This specific version is a bare rod only, and Amazon's own bullet points explicitly say the lanyard, striker, and any other accessory are not included. If you buy this expecting a complete kit, the way most fire starters ship, you're going to open the box and find just a stick of ferrocerium with nothing to strike it with. You'll need to already own a decent knife spine or pick up Bayite's separate striker listing to actually use it. If you know that going in, this is genuinely one of the best values in raw spark output per dollar on this entire list. If you don't, it's a frustrating surprise. Quick heads up before we keep counting down. One of the fire starters coming up only works if you remember to buy something separately first, and it trips up more first-time buyers than you'd expect. We'll get to it in a minute. Number 5. Number 5 is the Survive Permanent Match, sold in a 5-pack of metal keychain units. This one works differently than the ferro rods we just covered. It's a fuel-based match built into a compact metal canister with an integrated bottle opener, and a striker built into the side of the rod ignites a wick soaked in lighter fluid. An independent review analysis service ran an AI trust check across more than 4,000 Amazon reviews for this exact listing and rated it a 90% trust score with a grade A for authenticity, which is a meaningfully large and apparently legitimate sample size to build confidence from. The honest catch is printed right on the product page. This thing ships completely dry, and Amazon's own listing says fuel is sold separately, specifically calling for Ronson or Ronsonol lighter fluid that you have to source yourself before this device does anything at all. On top of that, several owners note the fluid evaporates over the course of weeks, so it needs periodic refilling to actually stay ready for the moment you need it. As a fun, genuinely compact backup or a gift for someone who likes gear, it earns its spot. As a grab-and-go emergency tool you haven't touched in 6 months, it might just be an empty metal tube when you actually need it. Number 4. Number 4 is the H. Coper Ferro Rod, the 6-inch by 3/8 inch version, and on paper it's one of the most fully equipped kits on this entire list. It ships with a 6-in-1 multi-tool scraper that includes a straight-edge striker, a tinder scraper, a map scale, a ruler, a hex wrench, and a bottle opener, plus a paracord lanyard and a built-in emergency whistle, all producing 5,500-degree sparks. That's a lot of tool packed around one rod. Here's a genuine inconsistency worth flagging before you buy. Amazon's main listing for this 6-inch, 3/8 inch rod advertises it as good for over 20,000 strikes, but a separate Amazon listing for what appears to be the exact same rod, same dimensions, same brand, advertises 15,000 plus strikes instead. Those are two different numbers for what looks like one product, so treat the real strike count as somewhere in that range rather than a hard, settled fact, and double-check which specific listing you're clicking into. Setting that aside, the accessory bundle here genuinely punches above its price point, and it's a smart pick if you want one tool doing several jobs at once. Number 3. Number 3 is Blackbeard fire plugs, sold in a 50-plug bag, and this is tinder done really well. Each plug is made from braided cotton infused with waxes and oils, manufactured in the USA, and designed to be weatherproof and windproof enough to light even in rain or snow. One outdoor gear reviewer who actually tested them reported paying around $15 for the 50-pack and called the value seriously impressive after using them on a real camping trip. Like Wetfire though, there's a structural catch here. The plain 50-plug bag by itself is tinder, not a spark source. Blackbeard sells separate bundled kit versions of this product that add an arc lighter and a ferro rod, but if you specifically buy the standalone 50-plug bag thinking it's a complete solution, you'll end up with excellent tinder and nothing to actually light it with. Read the exact listing title carefully before you check out, because fire plugs and fire plug kit are two very different purchases at two very different price points. Once you're carrying something to spark it with, this is genuinely excellent. Long shelf life tinder for the money. Number 2. Number 2 is the Light My Fire Swedish FireSteel 2.0, the Army version, and this is the fire starter with the most genuinely serious pedigree on this list. It was originally developed for the Swedish Department of Defense, it's approved by the International Survival Instructors Association, and it's manufactured in Sweden by a company that supplied outdoor gear since the early 1970s. It's rated for 12,000 strikes, throwing a 3,000 degrees Celsius spark, which converts to a little over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it comes with an ergonomic handle that has an emergency whistle built directly into the striker itself. It typically runs around $13, which is genuinely inexpensive for something with this level of institutional testing behind it. The honest trade-off is that you're not getting the bottle opener, hex wrench, multi-tool bundles that several cheaper rods on this list throw in for free. This is a purpose-built fire starter and whistle, full stop, with no extra gadgets attached. You're paying for proven military-grade reliability in its simplest possible form, not for accessories. Number 1. Number 1. The strongest overall pick on this list is the Überleben Zünden Original Ferro Rod, and if you only remember one name from this video, make it this one. Überleben builds this rod using their own Sanftcore ferrocerium blend, rated for up to 15,000 strikes at 5,500 degrees Fahrenheit, wrapped in a handcrafted hardwood handle with a mil-spec 550-pound paracord lanyard and a 6-function multi-tool striker that includes a ruler, a toothed scraping edge, and a bottle opener. One outdoor gear reviewer who's used Überleben rods since 2018 across winter survival courses and everyday camping trips calls it his consistent go-to, and a similarly built Überleben model in this same product line carries a 4.9 out of 5-star rating across more than 500 reviews, which is about as strong a review track record as anything in this entire category. The one thing to watch for is that Überleben sells the Zünden across several different rod thicknesses and finish tiers, the original, the Pre-RO, and the noticeably thicker Hexa and Kräftig lines, so it's genuinely easy to click into the wrong variant if you're not paying close attention to which exact one you're ordering. It also isn't the cheapest rod on this list. But between the handcrafted build quality, the multi-tool striker, and a reviewer track record that spans years rather than weeks, this is the fire starter I'd actually put in my own bag. And there you have it, 6 emergency fire starters that stand out in 2026, but as you've seen, they're definitely not all designed for the same person. The Bayite Ferro Rod is a great choice if you want impressive spark power at a budget-friendly price, while the Survive Permanent Match offers a compact and interesting fuel-based alternative. But remember that it needs fuel and regular maintenance. The H-Coper brings plenty of extra functionality into one package, while the Blackbeard fire plugs are excellent tinder if you already have a reliable way to create a spark. Then you have the Light My Fire Swedish FireSteel 2.0 Army, which focuses on proven, purpose-built performance, and finally, the Überleben Zünden Original, which takes our #1 spot thanks to its combination of build quality, useful accessories, and strong overall versatility. So, which one would you choose? Would you go for maximum simplicity, a multi-tool design, long-term durability, or the best overall balance? Let me know your pick in the comments. And remember, the best emergency fire starter is the one you know how to use and have tested before you actually need it. All the links are in the description, so check them out if you want more details on any of the products featured today. If this video helped you find the right fire starter, hit that like button, subscribe for more outdoor and survival gear reviews, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next video.